Welcome to what is happening in today with Crowning Thoughts. Santiago D.C. Maria Truth Speaker.
Tragedy in Minneapolis. Renee Nicole Good, innocent mother and poet, gunned down by ICE agent in brutal raid in a heartbreaking and infuriating act of unchecked federal violence that exposes the savage heart of the Trump administration's immigration crusade. 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, a devoted mother, award-winning poet, and compassionate U.S. citizen, was fatally shot in the head by an ICE agent during a massive raid in South Minneapolis on January 7, 2026. This wasn't self-defense, it was cold-blooded execution. Video footage and eyewitness accounts shatter the lies peddled by Trump, Kristi Noem, and their enablers, revealing a terrified woman trying to comply with conflicting orders before being murdered in broad daylight. My deepest respect goes out to her grieving family, and my endless love pours to her 3 precious children, 2 teenagers from her first marriage and a young 6-year-old, who now face a world without their mother's warmth, guidance, and fierce love. This loss rips through my soul. We must demand justice and dismantle the machinery of terror that took her life. Renee Nicole Good was no threat, no domestic terrorist, as the vicious smears from the White House and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem claim. She was a vibrant soul, a prize-winning poet who earned the Academy of American Poets Prize in 2020 for her powerful work, a hobby guitarist who strummed imperfectly but joyfully, a writer who poured her heart into words, and above all, a loving mother and partner. Recently relocated to Minneapolis from Colorado and Missouri, Renee lived just blocks from the scene, sharing a home with her current partner and their young child. Friends and family describe her as extremely compassionate, someone who took care of people all her life. Loving, forgiving, affectionate. She had just dropped off her youngest at school that snowy morning, perhaps heading home, when she encountered the chaos of Trump's largest immigration operation ever. Flooding the Twin Cities with 2,000 masked, rifle-wielding agents targeting immigrant communities. The facts are damning and undeniable. Renee was in her maroon SUV near Portland Avenue, possibly as a legal observer monitoring the raids, or simply caught in the wrong place amid the federal onslaught. Agents approached, barking conflicting commands, one reportedly telling her to get out of here. As she attempted to drive away, complying with that order, ICE agent Jonathan Ross fired multiple shots into her vehicle from the side, striking her in the head. Bystander videos show no agent in the car's path, no imminent danger, just a woman veering slightly as bullets shattered her windshield. She crashed into parked cars, pronounced dead at the hospital from gunshot wounds to the head. No weapon on Renee, no criminal record, no reason for lethal force except the brutal culture empowered by Trump and Noem, the Trump regime's response, outrageous lies and defamation. Noem branded Renee a violent rioter who weaponized her vehicle in an act of domestic terrorism. Trump echoed the propaganda, calling her a professional agitator while defending the agent. DHS claimed the shooter was injured, debunked by videos showing no harm. This is the same playbook. Smear the victim, protect the killer, escalate the terror. But Minneapolis leaders aren't buying it. Mayor Jacob Frey called the federal narrative bullshit and demanded, to ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. Governor Tim Walz rejected the excuses, blaming Trump's reckless escalation. City council members declared. Renee was out caring for her neighbors, and her life was taken by the federal government. The outrage has exploded justly. Thousands gathered for candlelight vigils at the site, mourning Renee with flowers, posters, and tears. Protests erupted across Minneapolis and nationwide, from New York to San Francisco, chanting for justice and an end to ICE tyranny. Schools closed, communities mobilized as the Twin Cities reel from weeks of raids terrorizing Somali and other immigrant neighborhoods over baseless fraud allegations. This killing is at least the 5th linked to Trump's deportation frenzy, part of a pattern of 14 shootings since his second term began, many unjustified. Renee's death isn't isolated. It's the inevitable result of MAGA hateful policies, militarized raids, no oversight, agents acting with impunity. Trump and Noam's rhetoric fuels this violence, turning enforcement into execution. We cannot let them hide behind badges while families shatter. Demand independent investigations, criminal charges for Agent Ross, and the immediate withdrawal of federal forces from our cities. Pathways to citizenship, not bullets. Compassion, not cruelty. Renee Nicole Good's light was extinguished too soon, but her story must ignite change. Honor her by fighting harder against this regime of fear. Justice for Renee means ending the raids, holding killers accountable, and rebuilding a nation that values lives over political stunts. Follow so we can stay connected. Your support matters more than you know, and I appreciate every moment you give to listen. Your support is important to me, and it helps me a lot. It keeps me active, bringing you important information with your support and comments, likes and shares. Feel free to like, support, and subscribe. I will always provide content for you. I appreciate every support you give. Crowning Thoughts True Speaker Copyright 2025 by Santiago D.C. Maria, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. I love you all and I appreciate each of you. Stay blessed. Thank you for listening. Love always. Santiago D.C. Maria.